Hi, welcome. In this video, we will see how we can create a command like this using Django in the Django because it is very easy to use. We don't have to run manually the code. We can simply run this particular command on the shell, and it should run our Telegram bot. Let's see if I go there, and if I run a command like this, it should be basically working. Right now it says it is unknown command. So how we can do that? Let's see. There is a document over here in the Django which we can see for adding a custom command. So here is the doc. So what happens is application can register its own action with manage.py. For example, if I might want to add a manage action for a Django app that we are distributing in this document, we will so they have created a custom close poll command, and this is the structure like this. So basically in any of the directory or app, you need to create a folder called management, and under the management folder you need to have a commands folder, and this command folder should have a file with your command. So this is the structure, and in that particular file what we need to do is we need to import the base commands from the management, and that base command, then we have a class, this particular command, and this command should have a handle argument, method. Let's try with the bare minimum code how we can do that. So for the snippet I have just added a reference. So first of all we just need to create directories. Now since we know that our app name is app, so I'm just going to create a directory over here. So currently in app there is no management. What I did is I just ran this command and I created a directory. I simultaneously create two different directory with the command -p. What -p does is if there is no directory, it will create it. If there is already a directory, then of course it will not create because it's already so. Yeah. And then we need to create this particular file. We need to create this file talibot.py. So we can say create a file called touch is to create an empty file. Talibot.py over here. So yes, there is talibot.py. At the same time, I want to have empty init file, so I can define over there, and also this file should be there in the management as well. So yes, there are two empty files now, init files, and let's see what is the bare minimum thing we require in order to run this command. So let's see, we need to import from Django core management base, we need to import base command. From Django core management base, we need to import let me just zoom it out a bit. We need to import base command, and then we need to create a class with command, and this needs to import the class. This should be inherited from base command, and over there we can write a help text. So we can say help, this is our Telegram bot, right? And over there we need to define handle function. Over there they have seen that we should have handle function. Now handle function should have functionality which we want to run. So what we want to run over there is we want to run our Telegram bot, which exists over there, like from telegram services.ecobot. This is the main function, and what we want to do is we want to run main function. So this is the command which I can which I am expecting. So let's see. If it is working, Python manage.py Talibot. So the scheduler has started. It is working over there. Scheduler has already started. And if I go to my Telegram, I say something. Yes, it is working as per my previous videos. It is working, and if I cancel it out, I will not get any response. And if I run it, then I am getting a response. So that means with this bare minimum stuff, I am able to export my services. I will be able to run it as a service. And one more benefit of it, this the way I am running shell, the way I am running run server, the same way I can have Talibot, and I can say Talibot. And what it will do is it will provide me handy option for debugging. Like how? Let's see. If I say run Talibot in a with a debugger, and if I go to the main function, and if I try something over there like 45 or 55 or something, let's say at so when I am selecting a district, let's put a debugger over there, and see, now when I put a debugger, I can actually use this functionality in order to debug real time what actually is happening with the code. So over here I can find whatever issue I have or whatever variable I have over there. So this will help me out in really help me out for debugging, and this is very useful command or useful way for debugging real time stuff, which is very hard to debug. And with this IDs, this really makes it simple, right? So if I want to check a real time value, or if I want to check a particular piece of code, I can do that over here, and I can run my own stuff. Like if I did this, and like say if I'm selecting a district, I can evaluate that it is returning me a district. And maybe if I want to do something like state name, just for a debugging purpose, I just want to check if is there any state name available with this particular district, then it says it does not exist. So this really provide me option for real-time debugging, and it really saves a lot of time, right? So since we have implemented this command handler, from the next video onwards, we will always run our bot like this. And in the next section, it is going to be advanced Telegram section, where we will be adding more options to the Telegram. For the beginners, they might skip that section if you want to, but I really want you to go to that section, because that will really help you out in understanding more complex stuff. Yeah, pretty much it. That's it for the video. Thank you.